So I need to take you into the Apapa story. You know, you are very passionate about Apapa. You've been on this show.
Oh, sure.
Talk about Apapa, and it appears that the situation is tremendously improving. You know, last week we had the special advisor, Honorable Yua, and he was talking about, he was beating his chest that Apapa is free.
The governor did it for somewhere else.
Yes, and the governor too is beating his chest that Apapa is free. What have you observed?
Well, I'm happy to be discussing this because for some of us, that we are almost becoming professional critics. When you have an opportunity to do positive reinforcement, when something, the needle has moved, some people don't feel like talking about it. But for me, and for all of you, I congratulate all of you because all of you stayed on this case. And you know, every time, the last time I came, I call out Mr. President, call out the governor, call out the minister, call out everybody, put their leg to the fire. And if you notice, there were now a flurry of activities. They went everywhere defending, doing this, almost abusing that maybe we were paid to abuse them. But you see, we thank God they moved. And once people have moved, like I said in education, we call it positive reinforcement. Yes. When a child has done well, say, look, fantastic. This is fantastic.
Well done.
We have found it that it is 3 times more effective than scolding. So now I will not take away, although I will take a little discount later in what they have done. So, but let me tell you what they did. They took about, because of all your, you stay, you rant about it, and I love it, because that's the joy. Celebrate yourself, that your words got to the, because that last time I came, words got back to us that they were watching it in the ESCO.
Back down.
They were watching your program. So look.
They watch you for ESCO.
Yeah.
That is to say, our Okada story today.
Yeah, we resonate. We resonate. So I am happy to be back. So what did they do right? Because also in education, when you want to positively reinforce, don't say you are a good boy. No, that's not the way. Say the things he has done right.
Specific.
So, be specific. So when he has done wrong too, don't say I know you are a bad girl. No. You say these are the things you are good, but you got this wrong. Now, we have said all the things they got wrong. Now it's important for me, because actually we did a review, a research, and I thank Volvo Research Foundation. They gave us money to do a study on this e-hailing and Apapa grid law. So we have identified about 8 items. I will just jump over it. It's not. I will not waste time on it. The number one thing they did, which, because if you say it to them, they will now know, okay, they will continue to do what they think is right. You know, I told you about 50% of the problem is returning of the empty containers. You must drop, or else you'll be paying for demurrage. So everybody is desperate to get it to the... So they now said, okay, you don't need to get it to the port. Get it to the holding base of empty containers. That one, first of all, cut the problem in half. So that is one. Number two, they demarcated what they call maritime logistic corridor. That is, look, if you are coming to Apapa from Ijora, there is a boundary. So you can't just go except you are needed in that area. If you are coming from Mile 2, they set you up and say, look, wait, don't enter this corridor if you are going to Tinkan until you have our say-so. So that is the second thing that is so powerful. It removes the rush into... Then, of course, in addition to that major blockage is what they call transit parks that they established in Badagry Road, that is close to Federal, Yanora, Festac, so that you go there.
So these days, the government or the...
The government, all the agencies that we call out that, you know, they have to sit together. And I mean, the last point is in collaboration with all of them must collaborate. The state government, you know, because we don't want to know whether... Then the landlord, that is Nigerian Port Authority. They, you know, I said at that program that, look, don't confirm the appointment of Koko, Mohammed Bello Koko. I mean, I said it, and when I went to Abuja, I said it. Before the minister, don't confirm his appointment until he solves. So all of them work together. And that is the last point. that because they are all working to Lagos state government, who is the landlord, and the governor that made it part of his promise. So that issue of transit park, then of course, there is the Emilokan gate they did. They call it brigade.
Okay.
Brigade.
Yes, yes.
So that when it's about your turn, you will move from the outside transit satellite park into brigade. I'm the one calling it to me local. Brigade. So in which case, when it is your turn, 5 minutes, you are in the port.
So those were the things that
those are the things they did. Then of course they did multimodal transportation. They put most of the materials on water. That is using barging.
Yes.
Across. Then too, they've repaired many of those roads and they've palliated them. Where they've not complete then
so they've done a whole lot.
They've done a lot. So then the one that for me is really massive, because we called one of their captains that was managing the port, Captain Ebibiogu, who happens to be a friend and a student. Look, what should be done? Because we now study the situation around the world. Actually, when you have a place like Apapa and Tinkan, it becomes a logistics city, maritime logistics city, in which case everybody must come together. It's not that Lagos state government will be giving license for location of a factory or a church or something that will be antithetical to traffic flow in that area. So when all hands are on deck, which they've done now, FRC, federal task force from the federal, Lagos State's LASMA, so they all came together and said, look, we must solve this problem for the country, and it's working. Then too, somebody asked me that day that, can somebody solve it? I said, look, there are Nigerians who can do it. I mentioned Fashola's name, but I don't know whether you permit me. There's one officer I've been hearing his name. I've never seen him. If I see him, I won't recognize. One Fadikwe too. You know, I told you that corruption was doing catwalk.
Yes.
So I asked my stakeholders in the business, I'm going to TVC tomorrow. How is that place? He said, no, they can no longer wear
they're not catwalking again.
They have gone to, what is it, sneakers. So
they
when they come. But they are still doing catwalk in Tinkan side. But that's in Apapa axis, they can no longer do catwalk, they be caught. So that is the situation for now.
Wow,
and those are the things that they are doing.
I'm happy to hear this. You know,
well done, Prof.
Yoruba says, Etito Gbalo.
Ogboro.
That means the first person that hears the negative, we should also hear when things have improved.